I literally just saw you post that Ratchet Clank Rift Apart is now available on Xbox. Like, is that actually a real thing? Nah. I was just baiting them out. I was just Yo, Ben, what's good? Yeah? I literally just saw you post that Ratchet Clank Rift Apart is now available on Xbox. Like, is that actually a real thing? Nah. I was just baiting them out. I was just having a bit of fun. It's actually just because Ratchet Clank Rift Apart has come out on PC. And that means technically you can play it with an Xbox controller. Oh, I was gonna say, so like what's the deal with Ratchet Clank then? Look, Ratchet Clank Rift Apart is my favorite PS5 game and it's now coming out on PC. Why not? It's a perfect opportunity to finally get my game streaming series started. Lover of games. So we're gonna showcase Ratchet Clank as the first game on the live stream. This is pretty much gonna be a stream series where I showcase my favorite and latest games, especially on PC as well as on PS5 and also Xbox as well. So yeah, we're gonna get down with it. Okay, so it's a new game streaming series on Lover of Tech. Okay, cool. What's the details? Lover of Game streams will be on Fridays. So with this particular one, tune in 9 p.m. BST UK time for our first stream with Ratchet Clank Rift Apart on PC. Trust me, you know I'm gonna be locked in. We are live, a bit of an unorthodox one, but of course, welcome to your first ever Lover of Games live stream. Whew, we got there in the end. Talk about technicals. Of course, I'm your host, Ben, from the Lover of Tech channel. If you're somehow finding this for the first time, you saw the trailer, you saw a notification pop up. Yes, game streaming series on a Friday. I'm going to be doing this at least every other Friday, like every other 2 weeks Friday, 2 streams in a month. Start slow, pick the games that we need, and we are going to be showcasing my favorite and the latest games on PC especially, just to get back into PC gaming, as well as, of course, on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. And today, we have got for you Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, which came out Wednesday, the 26th of July. It's finally on PC after 2 years on the PlayStation 5, you know. We finally have it on PC, and we've been putting it through its paces. And let's just say this game is a lot still. This game is a lot still. This game is it's quite demanding. It's quite demanding. I might have to even peg it down to medium to start things in a more friendly manner, because as you can see, everything in the game menu happens in real time. It's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy how that is. It happens in real time. So we're gonna go into medium. Set a couple of things aside. I'm going to put the ray traced reflections and shadows down to medium and see if that helps. Of course, apologies. I can see the chat, but I can't put that on the screen at the minute. I just couldn't figure it out in time for the stream, so apologies for that. But I'm not ignoring you. I can see who's there. I can see you, Trent. Shout out to the bro Juice who sorted out the thumbnail for today's stream. Really appreciate you, bro. Really good looking. Really good looking. Please do give feedback on if the audio for the microphone as well as the game is out of balance and out of sync. We want to make sure that we're giving you the best streaming experience possible. So, yeah, well, I don't know whether it's because we're live streaming and then all of a sudden it's taking a hit. With the NVENC encoder, but we tested it and it was fine previously. Okay, let's quit this thing, start again. We're not coming out of the game completely. We're gonna go into the main menu and basically see what's up. And what we're also gonna do is I'm gonna switch to camera 3 for a moment. We have got the Razer Blade 16. If you haven't seen my previous live stream on it, I'm going to showcase why this laptop games better than my desktop. And I kind of feel some way about that. I do kind of feel some way about that. Jimmy the Fire Dragon, shout out to you for the super chat. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Salute to you all. I see everyone. Chris, Mr. Rockwell, thank you for being in here as well. Juice saying that the audio is crispy. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Ratchet and Clank looks so good. It's like a Pixar movie. SB.digital. It absolutely is. We're gonna go into settings. I'm gonna go into graphics. Right. So for context, here's my system settings. Right. I'm using an AMD Ryzen 5900X. That's 12 cores with 24 threads, 32 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, which I believe is clocked at 3200 megahertz. And then I've got the RTX 4070. Shout out to the younger bro for that upgrade for the birthday. I was previously on an RTX 3060, but I'm on a 4070 right now, which is definitely in line, because if you go down to DLSS frame generation, it shows you that deep learning super sampling frame generation uses AI to render additional frames without compromising image quality or responsiveness. This feature requires an GeForce RTX 40 series GPU. So for context, this game is kind of really built around that. So what we've done is we've disabled frame generation, upscaling method for DLSS, quality mode, which means anti-aliasing is deep learning anti-aliasing. Now graphics, right? We're gonna go medium to start with. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off ray trace reflections and ray trace shadows and ambient occlusion. I'm going to turn up anisotropic filtering all the way up to 16, HBAO plus, high bandwidth ambient occlusion plus, medium settings. And we're going to start from here. You're just going to get an idea of how taxing this game is, and how, unfortunately, the RTX 4070 is memory limited. It needs 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Again, the PlayStation 5 is built on a 16 gigabytes of VRAM architecture. It needs it. And unfortunately, here's where you have to start. So we're going to apply the settings. Okay, I think we're back in full screen. I'm going to give you an example of loading up God of War, right? Let's just load up God of War for a minute. It is about Ratchet and Clank, but let's just load up God of War for a minute. And again, God of War is nowhere near as graphically developed. This is a PlayStation 4 game from 2018 that got ported over. It doesn't have any of the advanced trickery like Ratchet and Clank does. So take that into consideration. Take that into absolute consideration. We're just loading God of War just so you can see a difference in terms of how this game behaves and just how much more demanding Ratchet and Clank is. We're gonna load up Spider-Man as well. It is about Ratchet. I do want to play it, but it just doesn't feel polished. Right, we'll go into display. Borderless. We're going to put into DLSS. This is using DLSS 2.3, not 2.4. Or version 3. And then we're going to go into graphics. Everything is on Ultra Plus. Right, we're going to load it up. And you can see we are streaming smoothly while still being able to game at this smoothly. And again, I'll load up Spider-Man as well. I'm just circling back and just showing you the difference in the state of things with Ratchet at the minute. So we are streaming this in 4K 60 as well. So if you've got the bandwidth capacity and display, feel free, make sure that you are.
I can't tell. Are
you
we
can
getting
see
closer to the mountain?
with the RTX 4070, right? If you're seeing River Tune on the left,
Okay, here we go.
Kratos. So you can see God of War, no issues. Where the hell are you, Atreus? Let's sake, Atreus. There we go. Oh, crap. I'm dead. Anyway, I'm going to switch out of this and I'm going to load up Spider-Man so you can see the difference with Spider-Man. Since that is also an Insomniac game, this is obviously by Sony Santa Monica, and then we're gonna try and run Ratchet again because I really do want to showcase it, but unfortunately, just the instability with how it even launches, the constant crashing, DLSS frame generation not working. Sometimes you're just getting memory just eaten up. I have less of that issue on this Razer laptop, and I want to showcase that all because the RTX 4090 laptop edition in here is really based off the 4080 desktop spec. So it does have 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and I kid you not, everything at 4K plus and higher, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. It runs it like no man's business. So we're going to come out of God of War because it's not a God of War stream. We are going to dedicate a God of War stream later. But you can see the RTX 4070 has no problems. We're going to load up Spider-Man very quickly as well, just to come back to here. So I'm going to load up Spider-Man Remastered, press play. Since that is also an Insomniac-based game, we're going to click play. And I'm going to come back to gameplay and I'm going to select the window, Spider-Man Remastered. Open that up and hopefully that should load. Yes, here we go. So again, I'm going to show you how a stable experience is with Spider-Man very quickly. We've got 11 concurrent viewers in here. Shout out to you. Share it on Instagram, Twitter, all your socials. Let people know Lover of Games has started. Again, Nixies. And we're playing on the Odyssey G7 again. Shout out to the younger bro for copping that and letting us use it. So we're gonna go all out on this, right? As you can see, we've got our graphics. So full screen, 4K. I love the soundtrack of Spider-Man, I ain't gonna lie though. All right, we're gonna turn off DLSS frame gen. We're gonna go to DLSS quality mode. This is using DLSS 3. And you can see that we've got it in very high. Ray trace reflections on, everything's on very, very high. So epic. We're gonna apply the changes. Press A. Continue. Okay, so you're saying that there's a patch out. Right. We'll probably have to install the patch then because I haven't seen any updates pop up for it. So hopefully maybe the patch will fix it. But it's just been Ratchet Clank is my favorite PS5 game, and it's just been unfortunate compared to what you're seeing with Spider-Man Remastered, what you're seeing with God of War, the lack of polish. So mind you, if you're watching this, whoo, let's go. Web slinging, baby. Flawless. Flawless. Flawless.
You might have heard about the robbery at Roseman's auction house. What you probably didn't hear, but my sources confirm, is that the perpetrators were wearing masks. Horrible, demonic faces. Yet another example of the explosion in mass criminals since Spider-Man came on the scene. Let's hear your thoughts.
Woo!
You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Spider-Man,
I see
baby.
your point, but Spider-Man stopped those guys today.
Yeah, yeah.
Saying he's like them because he wears a mask isn't fair. It's like prejudice.
Wrong. Here's a little lesson in the English language, my friend. Prejudice means to prejudge someone before you know anything about them. I know all I need about Spider-Man.
There we
He
go.
runs around causing chaos, wearing a mask so he doesn't have to answer for his shenanigans, and a flashy costume so he gets attention to feed his gigantic, insatiable ego.
So you see, this is stable as a rock. You go to display, you go to graphics, right? I haven't even turned on DLSS frame generation. And when you do, right, that gives you the ability to enable NVIDIA's reflux. Again, a lot of what I want lover of games to be is not just me enjoying the games, but kind of just appreciating and going through the technical aspects of what it takes to run these games. And I feel like I've got a good enough system that's current gen mixed with previous gen for what a PC should be, i.e. I'm on DDR4 memory rather than DDR5. I'm on the Ryzen 5000 series rather than Ryzen 7000 series, right? But we do have an RTX 4070 and 4000 series, which is current gen right now with DLSS, AV1 encoding, and all the different things that come with it in terms of DLSS frame gen. So I want to showcase all of that, right? And they did such a great job in this, but you see, you have to understand that Spider-Man is a PS4 game first that got remastered. It isn't a ground up game built, you know.
If I'm a mentally unstable person,
Okay.
and I see him getting all this coverage, what am I going to do? It's called
Ah.
copycat behavior, people.
Oh no, I know why that's doing that. I know why that's doing that. I've hit a VRAM limit, and I don't need frame gen to be fair, because DLSS, again, this happens in real time, so it's quite taxing. Oh, this is jokes. So what I'm gonna do is just go to settings, and I'm going to make sure that the upscale method is off. I'm gonna put DLSS, and I'm just gonna put quality for now. I'm gonna press settings, and then we are going to go graphics, and we're just gonna do the medium preset for now, right? Shadow quality of medium, medium, HPHO, medium. Press OK, play the game, come back here, select Ratchet and Clank, go back, and hopefully it loads. I hope you're all having a great Friday as well. Fingers crossed, people, we get to play Ratchet and Clank. I'm gonna start it from the beginning. I think it's behaving now, so I've got to be reasonable. We're keeping at 1440p. Okay, it looks to be behaving. We're gonna start an empty game. We're just gonna go to recruit. We're gonna go to the default. So here's what we have, right? We're just gonna start it slow and work our way up just for stability reasons. And it's a tropic filter, we can go up to 16x. We're gonna start the game from the beginning. Ah, it's not even showing. Oh, is it not showing? Hold on. Is it not showing? Oh no, come on. Oh, Ratchet and Clank, you're hurting me now. It's not showing, is it? Let me quit. Let me quit. We're gonna reload it. Again, this is just the unfortunate situation of the game right now. This is just the unfortunate situation of the game right now, which breaks my heart because I had high hopes that this would be the. I had high hopes that this would actually be the PC port of PC ports, and I'm kind of heartbroken. Genuinely speaking, I wanted to sing the praises of this, but this game needed more time. I demonstrated the others just to give you context of it just needed more time. It really just needed more time. I want to enjoy this game, but I can't. I can't. I can't. My honest feedback is that it's unstable and it's not representative of what this game is on the PS5 in any way, shape, or form. It looks like you need an RTX 4080 to really enjoy it, and even then, there seems to be just a lot of things plaguing this game. You know, there's a lot of things plaguing this game. I don't think I can see a patch. Okay. Okay. Jimmy, I hope you have also had a great day. It's been a productive day, but I've been determined to want to start Lover of Games. So there's accountability on my side, and I really want it to be held accountable to start this. However difficult it's gonna be, I learn from it and we'll make it work. All right, so we're gonna resume. We're starting this game from the beginning. So here's again another friendly reminder. If you just stick with me here, right? We do have DLSS in medium in quality mode, and we've set everything to medium with a slight couple of tweaks from screen space ambient occlusion to high bandwidth ambient occlusion plus. We've put an isotropic filtering from 2x up to 16x because it doesn't really tax the GPU that much. We've taken off all forms of ray tracing, which it's kind of sad at the minute, but we'll work up there. And yeah, everything is set to medium. So the game does still look great in medium settings.
Members of the Resistance.
Members
to your
of the
nearest
Resistance.
intake facility immediately. We promise nothing nefarious will befall you.
So we're clocking over 120 frames a second.
Resistance members, report to the VIP section of your nearest intake facility for compulsory behavioral modification.
And another thing is, doing this makes me feel less guilty to be gaming, because at least it's a form of content, right? So yeah. Nexus Software has released the first patch for the Ratchet Clank on PC. This is a hotfix and includes shortlisted fixes renewed on the Ratchet Clank with the... Okay, I need to update it then. I need to update it. Mr. Roxwell, if you can...
Now get out of there and decrypt that thing.
If you can, what do you call it? Find out where I actually... get the fix from, because it doesn't look like it's on Steam. Including Vegas. Yeah, They needed more time on this. I think even away from it, just the instability of the game.
Where are you going?
So we've seen the, you know, the RTX 4070 is around 200 watts. It's a 200 watt GPU. As you can see, I've got water cooling on my 5900X. It's pulling close to 100 watts. It's 81 degrees, so it's well within its threshold. It's 31%, 45% total CPU usage. We're hitting about 19.6 gigabytes on the system RAM. This is using the DirectX 12 API as well.
Just me.
It still looks good in medium. It does look good in medium, and we are streaming this at our maximum YouTube bandwidth of 51 megabits per second for upload for 4K 60. We can't stream any better than this, right? So we are literally showing this in the best light possible, in the absolute best light possible, and it still looks great in medium. But then, you see, not having any ray trace reflections and stuff, it kind of it rubs me the wrong way. Look at the fur. I love it. Ratchet.
Don't you think it's weird to throw a celebration for us? I mean, we haven't done anything heroic in years.
Do you love
What if
Ratchet?
everyone thinks we're washed
So
up?
cute.
Oh, what if we are washed up?
Luckily, we will not need to perform.
Oh,
any
there's no
heroics.
ray tracing on Clank, man. No, I don't like this. I want ray tracing on Clank. He doesn't look as shiny. I want Clank to be shiny, damn it. Be shiny, Clank.
Smiling and waving.
See, look, it looks more shiny.
Right.
Give a big welcome to the Grand Marshals of our parade, Ratchet and Clank!
So there is some frame stuttering.
Will be your host.
So as we can see, ray tracing really takes. I feel some way, man. I do feel some way. I do feel some way that this. Yeah. Let's turn DLSS to performance. Apply the settings. Press OK.
I haven't
Let's
seen
see if
these
it helps
guys in
in any way.
ages.
Yeah, DLSS in performance helps,
Hey, this is a pretty big turnout.
but it's a tough cookie to crack. We're gonna go to settings again. What we're then gonna do is this: we're gonna turn off ray tracing, completely turn it off. But then we're gonna go. You're gonna notice that actually, in the very high setting, the game ends up being playable. Level of details on ultra. Maybe because I'm streaming, I might not be able to do that, but it should be using an NVENC encoder to be able to stream. Okay.
Even after all of these years, it is exciting.
Yeah, it is, huh?
Yes! Folks, we have a momentous day in store for you. Starting with me.
Yeah, everything's coming off the NVENC encoder.
With the surprise.
Yeah, this. Unfortunately, Ratchet and Clank. Can you see what version you are using? I will come out of the game and have a look. I'm not sure how to see it. But if we go to the high preset and then turn anisotropic filtering and HBO plus on.
Surprise gift from Clank to Ratchet.
Oh dear. Must he tell the entire galaxy?
Wait, a gift? For what?
Yeah, unfortunately, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on PC in its current state, it kind of feels butt cheeks. It does feel butt cheeks. But I think a lot of what this stream is to showcase this, right? I really do want to showcase this, and it does make me feel some way because this is a £50 game, right? After 2 years, with all the stuff that they've done, it's a £50 game. And I would pay it because I love Insomniac. They're gonna make the Wolverine game. We've got Spider-Man 2 coming out in September. They know what they're doing, and Nix's does have a good track record. But with this game already being 2 years old, I think waiting a couple more months to make sure that it's polished wouldn't have hurt it. I understand that they wanted the game to come out now because it's July ending, August, September. They want all the focus to go on Spider-Man for the quarter of the year that is, holiday season. But yeah, I don't know. What we're gonna do is we're gonna quit this for now. We're gonna quit this for now, and then we're gonna come out. We're gonna try and see if we can do a patch update to it. Quit to desktop. Apologies. I really wanted a more polished experience, but I don't. Settings, properties, updates, build. This game and updates will be automatically required as soon as they're available. Only update when I launch. This game and its updates. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing anything that shows me general rift apart. Okay, here it is. Right. Okay, I'm seeing the hotfix here. Okay. Thank you, Thrilled. Patch notes. Today, yeah, but then how do you apply this? How do you apply manage downloads? Yeah. Can you see what version you're using? I can see that there's a note for the hotfix. Community hub, hotfix. Thank you. Today, we're releasing a hotfix to address a number of issues reported by players. The teams in Nexus software are closely monitor the stability of the game, future patches. Yeah, I think it was automatically installed, but it's hard to know what version. Either way, in its current state, it's just not good. It's just not good. It's just not good. If I'm going to be honest with you, and it is a little bit disappointing. I was expecting. It is a little bit disappointing. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. This is a game I was really looking forward to. I was really looking forward to. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna load up the Razer laptop, right? Hopefully you can hear me. Oh, load up the Razer laptop. So bear with me. Turn this on. I've got that linked to the PlayStation 5. Let me just adjust the camera. Focus. Right, here we are. I'm gonna do things a bit different. I just wanna show you PlayStation 5 controller attached, and we are going to launch my profile here on Steam. And this is again, go watch my Razer Blade 16 what do you call it, live stream. I've got the full production video ready to come out shortly. Let me just switch where you letting it load. Hopefully the hotfix has been also applied to this laptop here as well. Camera free. Okay. Just logging in. It's just a shame. Here's the specs for this. This is the Intel Core i9 13th gen 13950H X55 watt CPU. We've got 32 gigabytes of DDR5 memory running at 5600 megahertz or mega transfers per second. We've got the NVIDIA RTX 4090 laptop edition, which does come with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, not GDDR6, but GDDR6 memory. I think it's got like 7,888 CUDA cores. This is stacked. This is heavily stacked. And what we're going to do, we're going to launch Ratchet and Clank on here. And we're going to change the performance profile to a custom mode. It's going to get a little bit louder. We've got the PlayStation 5 controller connected to it. And hopefully you should be able to see around here. Go to play. And this should give you an indication. This should definitely give you an indication that you need 16 gigabytes of VRAM to really enjoy this. You really do. You really do. Unfortunately, I'm going to turn it this way. Actually, let's focus. Be able to see it. So we're gonna go into here, settings, display and graphics, 4K plus, VSync off, DLSS and quality, everything at its absolute highest. And we're gonna resume. So the game itself might crash randomly just because of instability. But you can see that this Razer laptop is running it no problem. And just for reference, when I say very high, DLSS is in quality. Ray trace reflections is on. Ray trace shadows is very high. Ray trace ambient occlusion is very high. And also ray trace reflection resolution is very high as well. Level of detail LOD is ultra, and even the texture quality, the shadow quality is on ultra as well. Those are the two ultra settings. Everything else is on very high. And I've not even enabled DLSS frame generation yet. So check this. If you're seeing this, you're using about almost 13 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, 13 gigabytes of VRAM. It already shows what you need. They're getting about 40. Yo, this laptop is insane. This laptop is insane. It's making mincemeat of my desktop PC. So basically, the unfortunate thing about this is this game is very VRAM limited. It's very VRAM limited. It's quite unstable in its state. And unfortunately, the cheapest NVIDIA graphics card to give you 16 gigabytes of video memory is the RTX 4070, and it's £1,100. Hell no. Hell no. Actually, I'll take it back. Their cheapest 16 gigabyte VRAM graphics card is the RTX 4060 Ti. And there's the 8 gig and the 16 gigabytes model. My point is, the RTX 4060 Ti could probably game better on desktop than the RTX 4070 just because it has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Kind of sucks. And as you can see, this Razer Blade 16 runs it like a champ. We're going to enable frame generation. Yeah, this laptop has made me feel some way. Shout out to Razer for sending this over. Really appreciate it. This is literally the best everything laptop I've ever used. And you see how DLSS frame generation bumped the frame rate all the way up to like 80. It almost near enough double the frame rate. This laptop, yeah, nah. And if we, it's let me just show people perspective, right? This is max. This is max. It's recommended you use a form of DLSS when you've got all the ray tracing features on. With frame generation, we are this is 4K. This is 4K. And you can see very high, ultra, very high, very everything's on max. I can't turn it up anymore. And this thing, this laptop is flipping running it at 80 FPS. So I know this is an unorthodox way. Please do let me know how the audio sounds. I know this is an unorthodox way to be showcasing Ratchet and Clank, but yeah. This is the best way I can show you Ratchet and Clank, because on PC you need a 16 gigabyte graphics card. Beeps. Camera 3. Do I add camera to the capture device? Camera 1. You're getting it on the fly. Just so I've got myself right there. Thanks for your patience. Really appreciate it. Okay, so what we got? Can't wait for the MZ2000 review. Absolutely, Craig. I will be working on that. I'll be working on it. Audio's okay for me. Glad to hear it. Thank you. Very important. And this is it. We're on we're on 14.2 we're on 14.2 gigabytes at the minute in terms of the VRAM usage, right? On this. So you can tell it just needs a lot of graphics memory. At this point, the next gen consoles, right? The next gen consoles have 16 gigabytes of RAM. All these games are being designed around it. Graphics cards within a certain price range should not be coming with anything less than 16 gigabytes of VRAM. This RTX 4070 is more than graphically capable. It's VRAM limited. And with DLSS frame generation on this, on about 80 frames a second. We're starting it from the beginning. Magna boots! No? Yeah, you need an RTX 4070 or you need an 4080 or an RTX 4060 Ti 16 gig model. It's this. Look at that, we're running 100 FPS. This I'm in my feelings right now. I'm absolutely in my feelings right now. Get some. Still no drops. No drops. Look at that. Absolutely smooth. Level up. So if this is in demonstration that you need a 16 gigabytes graphics card in this day and age for certain games, especially these AAA games and ports that are based off next gen games or the current gen consoles that are all with 16 gigabytes of VRAM, then I don't know what else I can tell you. My new graphics card is obsolete before even starting. How depressing. Consistent. Stable, no stuttering, nothing. Shout out to the 10 concurrent viewers that are in here. Really appreciate you. First time we're streaming. Sorry for the delay, but we managed to get it in the end.
My teammate. And you have given up a lot, too. I have repaired the Dimensionator, so you can travel through dimensions and find your...
So yeah, we're hitting around 14.3 gigabytes of video memory in usage. System memory is around 19, 75, 80, and as much as 100 FPS right now. And that is with DLSS frame generation. I really hate to sound like a crying little baby, but I'm genuinely upset. This is where we are with PC gaming, with all these great things that are happening. Unpolished releases aside, a 4070 cost as low as £550. We should not be getting this type of VRAM. Just putting it out there. It's a bit criminal and it's quite unfortunate. It's a bit criminal and it's quite unfortunate. Just saying.
To annihilate you 8 minutes ago. Oh, what do you want, Nefarious? Yes. Can't anyone print instruction manuals anymore?
Oh, I love Ratchet, man. I love this game. Regardless, I love this game. I think this game is just, it is still my favorite PS5 game. Still one of the best looking next gen to current gen games out there. I just wish Nixis just put a bit more polish and time to this. Right, this should be the interdimensional rifts.
Get the Dimensionator away from Dr. Nefarious. Yes, and quickly. Whatever he has planned, it cannot be good.
Woo! So this is just a showcase for the next gen. So this is demonstration, and again we're gonna hit the 1 hour mark. I'm gonna try and load up the PC again. It looks like the hotfix has made this more stable because it hasn't crashed yet, and I was getting a lot of crashes yesterday. So it looks, yeah.
I should have known Nefarious would try something like this.
Don't beat yourself up. This will be just like old times. Come on. It looks like Nefarious landed somewhere near the train station. Go. Mrs. Zircon. We should grab a weapon.
Okay, want to keep this short and sweet. We're gonna quit this, come out the game. We're gonna go back onto the desktop, try and see if we can get a gameplay experience out of there again. I'm just gonna switch to here. Since it's the same Steam account, I've got to come out. Let me just change the profile to silence, and I'm gonna put this laptop to sleep. Bring this back in. Again, thank you all for your patience. It is the first Lover of Game stream. We'll probably do a follow-up to this as well because I genuinely do love Ratchet and Clank. It is one of my favorite games of all time, my favorite PS5 game. After 2 years, I was just really looking forward to the PC, just given the ultimate experience of all the things that they're showcasing with all the new tech. But alas, we're here. And it's just not the case. It's just not the case, which is quite unfortunate. I'm going to load a Steam. We're going to go to play. And then we're going to try and get that in. Settings. DLSS quality, graphics. We're going to go to the medium presets and go to ×6, medium, high bandwidth, screen space, ambient occlusion. Ray trace reflections are also off. Press OK, click play. We're going to go to here. Yeah, I think I am on the hotfix because it's showing a version. Yeah, I've got the hot fix. Again, it just doesn't want to pick this up. It's quite frustrating. Apologies. We're gonna launch it again. So in its current state, I think if you have anything less than an RTX 4080 desktop GPU, I would hold off. If your graphics card doesn't have 16 gigabytes of VRAM, I would hold off. You're just gonna get a lot of instabilities, and I just didn't think this would be the case. Yep, I'm on the latest hotfix. OBS shows me that version. Tash YP, yo, what's up? Hope you're well. We're gonna end the stream soon. I just want to give this one last try. And just to show you what we're on, DLSS and quality on 1440p. We've put it in a custom medium for everything. Yeah, I've kind of left defeated. You know, the Razer Blade has saved the day to kind of showcase it, but yeah, the best way to kind of guarantee is turn off ray tracing, play it in medium,
This'll be just like old
and
times.
enjoy it, I guess.
It looks like Nefarious landed somewhere near the train station. Go, Mrs. Zircon. We should grab a weapon.
Oh, cool. What are you saying, Prince? What are you saying, bruh? Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate, the state of affairs. Yeah, this game needed more time to be polished on the PC. It needed more time. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's a Friday. I've got other stuff that I would like to do as well. So let's buy the Enforcer. Preview. Press and hold. It's the equivalent of the Pompey. Yeah.
More goons incoming.
Now let's test this out. So in this current state, we're cracking a good amount of frames though. It still looks great in medium. It's just... Woo! Take that. So you see, even with medium, if we check the settings here, medium, right? Well, at 1440p, we've put DLSS frame generation off because we just don't need it, right? DLSS in quality, we've put the medium preset, but we've put the anisotropic. Okay, if we go to medium, this is what the medium preset looks like, right? Anisotropic filtering, that you can go up to times 16. Shadow quality to medium. You know, screen space ambient occlusion, you need to put that up to high bandwidth ambient occlusion plus. Turn off ray tracing. This is again with an RTX 4070, a Ryzen 5900X. And mind you, the Ryzen 5900X with 32 gigabytes of RAM, that's the recommended for the very, very advanced ray tracing setting. But the only difference is you need an RTX 4080, and that is because this is a very VRAM limited game. 12 gigs of VRAM to play this even at 1440p, you're asking a lot from it. You need 16 gig. And it's like I said, there's two versions of the RTX 4060 GPU. You've got a 4060 RTX 4060 Ti 8 gig, then you've got the 4060 Ti 16 gig. the 16 gig, although graphically less capable than the 4070, will probably run this game better. That just makes me feel some hell of a way. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. And that's just down to NVIDIA's graphics card allocation VRAM design. And just this is built around 16 gigabytes of VRAM anyway because of the PS5. I don't know why. Anyway. So this is how we've tuned it. So this is where the performance, this is where I found the performance to be absolutely stable. And this is the issue you're gonna find. Right, we're gonna turn on ray trace reflections, medium. And you can see how, look how the frame rate just tanked. Absolutely tanked. Maybe the only thing to help it is we go into display settings, we go to performance for DLSS upscaling, and see if that helps. And it does. It seems to help. But then,
Put down the Dimensionator, Nefarious.
Put down the Dimensionator. Yeah.
So you can see on Nefarious's head, it shimmers a bit. So
Oh, we'll see.
we're gonna go to graphics again. Bring it up to balanced. We're gonna bring it up to balance and see if we can hook something up. So medium with ray
Losing
tracing.
feels like. Spoiler.
It's exhausting.
As soon as I figure out these stupid coordinates.
I still love this game. I still love this game. I
Say goodbye.
I still absolutely love this game.
Hey! What did you do?
Right, this is the interdimensional portal jumps that you're gonna see. And here, I'll be dead serious. I'm just gonna put it to performance. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it to performance.
We may have a slight problem.
You can see how there's a degradation in the
There has to be another
image quality and performance. You can just tell. It just doesn't look. Anyway,
Try pointing it at one of them.
Ratchet looks good.
This
Tether
is
pulls.
definitely gonna come in handy.
Train has arrived.
Just need to cut through the station and catch up to Nefarious.
We're gonna be wrapping up soon.
I wonder how much Nefarious is paying these guys.
Not nearly enough.
Whoa, watch your head.
This is worse than I had imagined.
Okay. So this is the sweet spot. This is what I found.
Sand charts from above.
This is the sweet spot. This is what I found. If you are using an RTX 4070, it's got to be 1440p. This is the settings I found to be working. 1440p, right? You've got to then drop the DLSS to performance mode if you want to enable ray tracing with the medium preset with certain things tweaked like anisotropic filtering growing up from 2x to 16x. Ray trace reflections on medium shadows for ray trace shadows, ray trace ambient occlusion, which is obviously RTAO, which is right there for ambient occlusion. And the reflection is either going to be high or very high, but you can see it change in real time. So if you go to very high, it just tanks the frame rate big time. So again, you just want that in high. Object distance, set that to 6. Sometimes it comes 10. And then this is what's going to give you the best experience in a way. But yeah, you can see there's some artifacting as well.
A kraken?
Or at least a very large octopus.
Nefarious' ship! We've got to find a way up there!
The taxis leaving from that stand are driving right by him.
Then we better not miss our ride.
Yeah, it says, what up, Ben? What's good, Sean? Is this from PC? Yes, it is. It came out 2 days ago on a Wednesday.
Hey, when did you rebuild the Dimensionator?
I have hobbies, and I know that finding the Lombaxes has always been important to you. I thought perhaps we could go together.
Wow, that's really thoughtful. But why don't we get it back from Nefarious first? All right, here. Next stop, Nefarious.
These rifts are getting out of hand.
We'll drop into about 55.
Over his head.
All right.
What is that?
Whoa!
So,
Hey!
just want to get to the dimensional port part.
Cannot go wrong with this stock. Mrs. Zircon will see you back.
Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these years just to try and take over the universe again?
Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job.
We'll drop into about 42 frames a second. This game is intense. Ooh.
4 months.
Nice work, Ratchet.
Couldn't have done it without you, pal. All right, now let's get to Nefarious.
Schools are useless. This is what I get for giving my assistant paid paternity.
Quickly, we cannot let Nefarious overuse the Dimensionator. We must lower his defenses.
Ah, did that hurt? Good.
Toads are so unpleasant. Oh dear, he is targeting.
Take that, Nefarious.
Okay.
Me boys, where did Nefarious find these?
Today my ultimate plan will come to fruition. It is perfect, flawless, and nothing will stop me.
How many times have we heard that?
Probably around 80. No, it doesn't matter. Today,
His defenses are weakening.
yes, run from me.
Oh. Okay,
You
got him.
think a crushing defeat is all it takes to stop me?
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Well, think again! We're going to a dimension where I always win, so you can finally know how it feels.
Alright, so let's see how it loads up. So you can see that it's not, yeah, you need a really strong SSD. So, yeah.
How bad is it?
This game is intense. It's very, very, very taxing. Yep. I've got new NVIDIA drivers. We'll check if there's updates. So, we're going to come out of this, and I really want to thank you all for just your patience, your time, for just sticking it out for the First Lover of Games, you know, stream. We're going to be doing this on a regular basis. Really, really enjoyed it. Let me check if there are NVIDIA drivers that have come through with the GeForce Experience. Maybe there is a hotfix. Drivers, check for updates. No, latest game ready drivers. Got the latest game ready drivers. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. Really, really, really appreciate your time and the patience, man. I've wanted to do this. We're going to do this. I think I've got it nailed down. This should be working. This laptop here from Razer has been an absolute champ. And at least I was able to showcase to you the full look of playing this game at 4K at 120 FPS on PC with everything turned on. So my advice, you need an RTX 4080 to really enjoy it, or you should get an RTX 4060 Ti at 16 gig model, which is a damn shame. All right, people, I'm signing out. Hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.